Morning Franche families, I hope you're all keeping very safe and well at the moment. Today I've got a new family challenge for you. Today's challenge needs you to use the outside. What you need to do is to go for a walk and find some natural objects. You'll have a job to do with those at the end, which I'll tell you about. Before you do that, I'm going to tell you a little story that you need to know about before you go finding your natural objects. 1,000 years ago, there was a huge, great storm. The skies were black, the rain thundered down, and the wind howled. Now, during this great storm, lots of creatures in the woodland had to find somewhere safe to stay. Many of them came to stay in this huge old oak tree. Birds made nests at the top of the tree. Some owls made their home between the thickest branches at the bottom. At the very bottom of the tree, there are little holes and nooks and crannies where the elves made their homes. Now, when the storm stopped, all of the creatures went back to their houses, and the old oak tree was left empty once again, except the elves were so magical and so happy in their new home that they decided to stay. But the storm had damaged their homes quite a lot. So your challenge today is I'd like you to make a permanent home at the bottom of a tree or against a fence post or somewhere where you think that the elves can have a safe place to stay just in case there's another storm. I'll show you some of the holes where the elves made their homes. Before I do that, your job is you need to go for a nice walk and find lots of natural objects. So this is the bottom of this huge old oak tree. It's absolutely enormous. It's probably hundreds of years old. That's where the owls made their home and the birds made their home at the very top up there. Now down at the bottom, if we go a bit closer, this is where the elves made their homes. So just here is a perfect little hidey hole for the elves. You see that one there? They probably kept nice and dry and warm inside there. There's another perfect place to make an elf house. Now, if you haven't got a huge oak tree or any huge oak trees or any trees in your garden, you could do it against a hedge, or you could do it against a fence. You could do it in any corner that you think the elves will be safe and dry. Okay, so now I've been for my walk and I found lots of bits and pieces, all things I found on the floor, not things that I've picked, but just things that I found on the forest floor or across pathways and fields where I've been walking. So I found lots of different sized sticks, some pebbles, the corn that I showed you last time, a couple of feathers, some interesting bark where they've been logging trees, and some interesting, don't know what this is really. It's like it's come off trees. I don't know if they're dried up leaves or bits of old bark that have dried up, but I thought I might be able to make the house waterproof with those. So it's time to get building. So this is my imaginary elf house so far. We've got a lovely pebble pathway into the house, and we've got a little leaf table with 4 chairs and a little shelter above it, a bit like a parasol to stop the sun burning the elves. Next job then is to make them a bed on the inside so they can sleep safe and warm, and to make the house somehow waterproof. So that's my next job. Your challenge now is to go off and find some things on a walk that you can find on the floor and build your very own elf house. How creative can you be? Could you make the elves a trampoline in their garden? Can you decorate the garden with buttercups and flowers? Post your lovely elf houses on YouTube so we can see how imaginative you can be. Remember, the elves need to be safe, dry and warm. Good luck!